Abia State Government in a recent circular has directed all directors in the civil service who have been in the position for over 8 years to immediately proceed on retirement in the next 3 months. It will be recalled that in August 2015, Abia State Government, under the leadership of former Governor Theodore Orji, through the then head of service Godwin Adiele, in a circular had suspended the tenure policy of 8 years for permanent secretaries, heads of department and directors before the latest reversal, which is in consonance with that of August 2011 circular by the federal government, which approved the before mentioned shall hold office for 4 years and renewable for another term of 4 years. In the latest circular by the acting head of service, Mrs. Joy Maduka maintained that apart from reforming the service, the state government wants to get things right, saying the policy is not aimed at victimizing anyone.
How can you be a director for 16 years and your juniors are retiring, you are still a director? What happened to your age? What are you doing there? So you don't want others to grow? You became the king Kong, you just sit there comfortably, retiring others. You see somebody that came way after you, you're still on seat, the person will retire and you're still there. We don't want that anymore.
She also pointed out that 8 years has nothing to do with the 35 years of service or 60 years of retirement.
So when you check the number of years you started work, and the number of years you're supposed to retire, you see there's no difference between the 8 years. So if anyone is affected, my advice is this: the government is ready. This government, led by His Excellency Dr. Alex Choma OTOFR, is ready to make sure that every outstanding, every pensioners, every gratuities are cleared. So if you are going back home, you are not going back home to start suffering. No. That is why we want them to abide by this 3 months compulsory retirement leave, giving you time to process it. And once it is January, because we are now in September, we have October, November, December. So once you are in January, you start receiving. And your salary are not going to be stopped. You will still be receiving your salary.
This policy elicited reactions from some retired permanent secretaries.
Now we're having it back, as we're seeing now. I do not know the intention now, because it's not communicated in the circular. But then I recall also that the governor set up a committee on the reform of the service. So I was a little bit taken aback when I read the circular and it says as a result of the reform process that this was taking place. And I wondered, couldn't we have waited for the committee set up to do the reform to complete its assignment so that we can have a holistic reform process? Because the civil service is complex.
Although this policy may not go down well with some civil servants, the present administration of Governor Alex Oti says it is poised to do the right thing, citing that it is a federal government policy.